And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Lenoir. And welcome to Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Albam. That's me, your sensei. You're out here to tell you a story. And so we're being distracted by Parrot Head. Naturally, he is just a game show host, right? That's really all he is. And the game show that we're all part of is the distraction and destruction of the world as we know it. Now, what's coming next? Good question. Um, what are you going to do about it? That's only for you, right? You have to, and it doesn't have to be anything big. Just the smallest thing, right? Be nice to somebody. Right? Got kids? Be nice to them. Tell them that you love them. Got a significant other? Be nice to them. Tell them that you love them. Here it is, um, Wednesday. Tomorrow, today's Thursday. Yesterday. And we're heading into tomorrow, Good Friday, right? The day they offed Jesus. Sleepy Saturday, and then woo, Sunday, rising from the dead. Well, that's what you need to do. Rise from the dead. If you supported um, the mega because you were tired of the same old same, well, that's righteous, Look, I'm wearing the red. I got my pony hat on, but I love people. I don't basically demonize them. Well, there's so much stuff that's been going on, like forever. And what are you going to do about it? Right? Stop keeping your head in the sand. Stop doing the same old same. Try to do something different with your life. Be creative. Write a poem, paint a painting, take a picture, not a selfie. Don't put it on TikTok. Just keep it in your phone so you can look at it. Right? So let's see. Oh, there's somebody. Chat. Jamie. Yeah, looking well. Yeah, this is my new spring look. I kind of shaved, took it all off myself. 3 in the morning. I got nothing to do. So, plus, I have a new girlfriend, and she was saying, you got to do something about that mustache. So, tickles. I said, tickle in a good way? She goes, well, yeah, sometimes, and other times it's like when I want to get someplace, it's like distracting. I said, well, isn't that good? Like, time to put the good thing off for just a few moments more. She goes, shave it. So, as you can see. Um, uh, so, how's the Isle of Green doing? How are they dealing with the concept of America being a fascist dictatorship, and well, it always has been, but now it's coming out of the shadows. With Donnie. Donnie is, I love Donnie because he is doing more to destroy the fascist corporate state of the planet, a hidden hand, than anybody else. Right on, Donnie. Yes, it's going to probably cost 2 or 3 billion people, but hey, you know. And what comes next? That was H.G. Wells' last kind of big hurrah. Was his last sci-fi book? I think it's This Comes Next, or This Is Next, or something like that. And then it would say, let's see. And then it was a film put into existence just before World War II, and basically tells exactly what it is. Let's see. H.G. Wells' books, the last one, Things to Come. H.G. Wells' Things to Come. Oh, there it is, Things to Come. Things to Come is a 1936 British science fiction film produced by Alexander Kanda, directed by William Carmen, written by H.G. Wells. The Shape of Things to Come. That was the book, right? Let's see. So go on YouTube and watch that. Let's see what Jamie said. Let's see if I can find my glasses. That would help. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. So let's see. It all goes on in the valley above, mountains working, mountains. Finally glance at the clown world, BBC Radio, more questions and answers Friday night. Ritual with beer. Yeah, it's good to have rituals. And I only really have the radio, right? I have no internet, no TV, no nothing. I come to places like this to go online, which is okay. They have pretty good cheap service. Let's see. H.E. Well as a legend, it's very interesting. The book that he wrote before this was a thing. It was called "The Short History of the World," or something to that name. And it was the most purchased book in the early 20th century. More people read that book than the Bible. And we don't even know about it. Let's see. H.G. Wells' book, A Short History of the World.
According to Wikipedia, A Short History of the World is an account of human history by English author H.G. Wells.
Okay. So they got a lot of versions of it. So go look at that one, Jamie. I mean, you can get it online. The cheapest is $5.59. And then it comes in Audible, Amazon, eBay. Let's see. I mean, I love. I mean, even though this guy is pretty buttoned up, he kind of looks like he would be loads of fun. He had lots of girlfriends. So, born in 66, died in 46. He lived 100 years. No, 80 years. 90 years? I don't know. Life is short. Yeah. But if you take the time to consciously intend to do whatever you're doing, you can kind of fit almost everything in. And you don't make as many stupid mistakes. And the ones you do, they become extremely relevant and insightful right away, and you can do better. What is it? Anyway, so if you want to go see a story, I got lots of them on this channel. Someone said that my past shows weren't there, but they are. It goes all the way down to the first, very, very first one of me standing out in front of the phone store, just getting my phone and the kid. That's how I got the name Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Al Bob. Kid said, "What do you want to name it?" I said, Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Al Bob. How are we doing with the juice? We're there, 56%. It's almost on the red line, 429. So, Jamie, what do you think? Aliens coming, the next big thing. Um, have you go look up anything about Admiral Byrd and see about his high jump because they found. Let's see. Where was that? I was washing it on this guy here. Go and watch your Cliff High fix for the day. And my sense of things so quickly that we are going to have martial law, right? And the guy they grabbing people up. They're not getting rid of millions of illegal aliens, no, but they were legally taking small groups of the people and sending them to God knows where. Well, we did that before, 9/11. We did a lot of that, Gitmode people, right? So we're just going to have one day wake up and the United States will have, tanks in the streets. And if you say anything, you either get shot right there in the head or you are taken to some camp somewhere. Because they're going to need free labor. I mean, Nazi Germany was producing more goods and services the day they lost World War II than they did when they started it. Because they had 6 million slave laborers, Now, we did pretty good by having China be our slave labor, but, soon it's coming back home. Make America great, have manufacturing here, buy slaves. That's the only way that's going to happen. Boo. I'm here. Okay. We are here. Where have we been watching here?
Situation. Exactly. Okay. To make contact and form an alliance with the ancient Aryan race. They allegedly succeeded and acquired information of an exotic propulsion system, which they handed over to German engineers. In 1923, German engineer Hermann Oberth published a book about spacecraft development entitled The Rocket to the Planetary Spaces, and founded the Society for Space Travel in 1926. Werner von Braun was a founding member. Hermann Oberth claimed that he and his team were helped by people from other worlds. In 1939, the Germans began exploring Antarctica. Documents found after the war show an exotic technology being developed in secret known as Die Glocke, reported to affect the space-time field around it. In 1945, 2 German submarines were captured off the coast of Mar del Plata, heading to Antarctica. A map was found with instructions to an underground base. In 1946, the U.S. Navy launched Operation High Jump, a classified military operation under the guise of a scientific exploration. It was abruptly terminated, and on their return, Admiral Richard Byrd told the Chilean press that the United States should adopt protection against the possibility of an invasion coming from the polar regions. In 1947, a flying disc crashed in Roswell, New Mexico. Weeks later, the National Security Act was enacted and the CIA was created.
All Nazi stuff.
In 1952, UFOs were reported in Washington, D.C. Fighters were dispatched but could not keep up with them. Radar personnel were convinced that the targets were solid metallic objects. In 1958, NASA was founded, with Wernher von Braun developing rockets, and 2 years later, becoming director of NASA. In 1959, the Antarctica Treaty was signed by 12 nations, prohibiting the military, private corporations, and the general public south of the 60th parallel without express permission from signatory nation states. In 2024, former Raytheon employee Eric Hecker claimed that there are exotic weapons of mass destruction in Antarctica.
There are embedded in the ice what are called digital optical modules, DOMs. They're about the size of a basketball. The array embedded in the ice is 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer. It is the world's largest telescope. And now, because we have proven that it can transmit, it's the world's largest directed energy weapons system. It is responsible for the earthquakes in Christchurch, New Zealand in 2011 on the front end of the year.
And just yesterday, Trump administration official Michael Kratsios said that our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space and cause things to grow.
Over the last few decades, America has become complacent, forgetting old dreams of building a wondrous future. But we know the American pioneer spirit still seeks the exploration of endless frontiers. Our technologies and what we do with them will be tools with which we will make the destiny of our country manifest in this century.
So this is anonymous.
Our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space.
We have it in our
leave
control.
distance annihilated, cause things to grow and improve productivity.
Larry Lasser, CBS News correspondent, and Kenneth Crawford, National Affairs Editor of Newsweek magazine. Our very distinguished guest for this evening is Admiral Richard E. Byrd.
Antarctica Treaty of 1959, an agreement signed by 12 nations in which the Antarctic continent was made demilitarized to be preserved for scientific research. What do you think about that?
I must say that Admiral Byrd, our guest tonight, is not only our greatest living explorer, but he's been an inspiration to countless Americans. Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and South Pole. Is there any unexplored land left on this earth?
Oh, I'm getting tired. And I have to get back to the deep green before the Congo line. So, what else here? Plausible deniability, yes. And basically, I put these shows up to help you guys, right? You're my contract. I want you to step up to overstand. Not to understand. Understanding is when everything is on top of you, right? Overstanding is when you're looking down, right? When you're seeing the bird's eye view. You know, when you're fighting a war, you don't want to be in the valley. You want to be on the mountaintop so you can shoot down the person, right? Intelligence, you're always looking from above, you know. So you, yourself, and you, to understand you, you have to overstand what's going on in your life. See it clearly. And then things get perspective. And then you don't really worry about much. Meaning, since 2015, I had a nice chunk of change. I was making, I stayed under a six-figure salary. I didn't want to, spend much on taxes. And I could stay under a six-figure salary every year, only have to work 11 weeks a year, right? Out of 52, just 11. So when people, why don't you work? You'll make a million, you'll be a millionaire. I said, I don't need a millionaire. Right now, I'm living like a millionaire on $400 a month because I don't buy anything I don't need. I don't spend money I don't have in my hand. I got a good, I've been running or help running. I don't run it really. Um, I thought it up. I instrumented it. I got people excited about this, that, and the other thing, and they went off and did it. They did it their way. I didn't do it my way, and so they're doing a great job. Right? There are a lot of things they're not doing. I wish we could do. We have this gigantic front. We have 2 acres of beautiful lawn. I want to build raised beds on it and feed 1,000 people with fresh organic vegetables. They say, oh, we got plenty of vegetables in cans. We don't need. Okay, we don't need that. We have 2 buildings up that were like kindergarten, and I want to turn it into daycare for all the working people around. And they said, well, we're storing clothes in it. I said, well, we could store clothes on the deck. We could give the clothes away to other organizations. Well, it's brand new clothes. Stuff like that. So, but I don't care because we're doing 99% of what I want to do. I mean, we have a medical center. We have a center for people with drug problems. We have we're opening up our dining hall and our kitchens to give people meals. That will be a community center in itself. We have free access to everything digital. I mean, we do a lot of things. We give a lot of food, a lot of clothes, a lot of everything away to people every day. So, yes, it's the old ladies with the clipboards. Like, look at everyone like they're stealing stuff, and I keep saying, no. No, we're not stealing. They're not. It was given to us to give away, so they take more. So who cares? And so I could get upset about a lot of that, but I don't. I go to deep green and just watch the grass grow, right? And people come, oh, you haven't been at the center. Was something wrong? I said, well, yeah, I need, and have my heart opened and my knees and hips replaced, or I won't. It's really I'm every time I can mow that half acre of grass in one shot and not fall over dead, I guess I'm in pretty good shape. So that's how I look at it, right? Some way and all the roads around me, they want to come and get me. It's good luck with that, right? They did it themselves. I don't care, right? Yes, they can fly a drone in and hit me with a, Hellfire missile, but I bet you dollars to donuts that they would hit the rich guy next door's house. That would show up because I live in the woods. I have no house. I have no structure. So what they, they're looking for. Oh, there, right there. So it's all good in my book. Get some more people to watch this thing. Because it's not for much what I say, it's how I say it and the energy I put it. And people don't realize this is a shamanic tool for me. I am like putting the shamanic pebble in the pond of the World Wide Web. That's why I do this, right? And guys like you guys who are my cadre, Jamie, and there's about 100 of you. If you want to get a hold of me, email doodawake52@gmail, right? And don't worry about a thing. Just keep loving everyone, right? And Easter is almost here. This Sunday is Easter. Whether you go to church or not, take that day. Whether you believe in Jesus or whoever, take that day and say thank you. Right? And then when Monday rolls around, say thank you again. And then when Tuesday rolls, thank you. If all of us were to say thank you to the great creator of all things, we would not have to worry about the world being as screwed up as now. So I got to go. I love you guys. Anything else you want to say, Jamie, before I tiptoe out of here? Leave, about 20 to 30 of you guys watch these shows. Well, each one, maybe not at the moment, but somewhere during the day, you'll take a look at it. Put some comments on there, right? Like it, do all that stuff, subscribe, do all that stuff. Maybe more people watch. Right? I'm sitting at a happy 580 subscribers, which is fine, and they're pretty regularly watchable. They watch and get a hold of me every now and then, and all the rest. So I want you guys just to have. Here it is, Thursday. From this moment on until next Thursday, just put love in your heart, right? Don't think about all the crazy shit because I'm a historian. I'm a psychosocial cultural forensic anthropologist, really a shamanic psychosocial cultural forensic anthropologist. And what is that? It's the way to forensically take apart history and see what's going on in the present. And it's like nothing changes. It's the same moment after moment after moment. It's like that's what Shakespeare was talking about in Macbeth. At the end, everyone's dead and his buddy's bouncing around the throne room, and Macbeth is kind of mopey, and his buddy, we won. Oh, what's wrong? Yeah. You seem to be more upset than you normally are, and he says, what is tomorrow? What is to be of tomorrow, and what comes after tomorrow's tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, and that's it. Blessings and joy. Sleep well. You too. It's almost your Betty Bye time. It's about 5 o'clock here, so that's it. It's 4. That's 9, or something close. Stay well. I love you guys, and live in your moment with love's co-creation. Okay?